こんにちは、ハリケーンフットボールです。今回の教材は、サッカー日本代表に関する動画です。サッカー日本代表は9月シリーズで、メキシコとアメリカと対戦予定です。今回はメキシコのファンのチャンネルである、Futbol Asadaのプレビュー動画を扱います。これまでの歴史上で、日本には6戦で5勝1引き分けと負けたことがないため、メキシコが勝つことを予想しつつ、今のスカッドを見れば、明らかに日本の方が上だと話しています。ヨーロッパか南米以外の国で、ワールドカップで優勝するとすれば、日本が最も可能性が高いとも話しつつ、日本の強さを強調していますが、実際にどのように話しているのか、チェックしてみましょ
う。Mexico's road to the 2026 World Cup officially starts now. It is the first set of friendlies leading up to the big tournament next year. And first, we're going to go up against Japan, and then we're going to go up against South Korea on Tuesday. What are your instant predictions for the first game this Saturday against Japan in Oakland?
Well, obviously Japan has a very strong squad. On paper, they have a squad a lot better than ours, more talented. They have nothing but players playing in Europe. I think only, 5, 6 players play in Japan, and the other 20-something are playing in very, very good teams in Europe. Particularly the Bundesliga and the Prem. Like, they're going to have Endo from Liverpool, Minamino, Kubo. I mean, it goes on and on and on, like how good their roster is. But with that being said, we absolutely own Japan. And not just historically, recently as well. I mean, over the last 20 years, we beat them 5 times, which includes 2 times in the Olympics, in the semifinal in 2012 when we ended up winning gold. And then in their home stadium in Japan in 2021, when we beat them 3-1 in the bronze medal game. They had a lot of the players that are playing in this game, they had them on that day. They had Endo, they had Kubo. I think they had Dohan as well. We had Johan Vasquez, we had Cesar Montes, we had Jorge Sanchez as well. Like, a lot of players are going to feature in this game too. So I don't know what it is, but we historically own them. So with that being said, I'm going to go with a 2-1 win. As cocky as that sounds, I'm not going to predict Japan to beat us when they haven't done it in over 20, 30 years when we routinely beat them. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 win. I'm going to go with goals from Santi Jimenez and Raul Jimenez, both of our strikers.
I'm going to agree and disagree with you here. I'm going to agree with you that, I mean, the stats are there. We do kind of own these guys. We always end up beating them. We never lose. I don't think we're going to win, but we're not going to lose. I think we're going to go and get a draw 1-1. I just think the roster they have compared to ours is just much better. I mean, like you said, they have only like 5 or 6 players playing in Japan in their roster. The rest playing in Europe. You forgot to mention some players too. I mean, they have players from Crystal Palace like Kamada. Even their 21-year-old goalkeeper, Sion Suzuki from Parma. He's one of the upcoming goalkeepers in world football right now. I mean, it's going to be a very tough game. And especially right now, how we keep struggling to like score more than 3 goals in a game. Sometimes even 2. It's going to be very hard to break them down. And as we found out a couple days ago, Chino Huerta will not be in the roster no more due to injury. So that might be a pretty big loss when it comes to depth or even creativity if he was to start. So I'm going to go 1-1, and I think our goal score, man, this is tough. I'm going to go with Alexis Vega since he did score against them in the 2021 Olympics. But yeah, it's going to be a very tough game, man. Like, if we couldn't break down teams in the Gold Cup as we wanted them to, then it's going to be almost impossible to break a team like Japan down.
I don't know. I think it might be easier to play against teams that aren't afraid of us, because when we play teams with low blocks, it is kind of hard to break them down when they're just defending with 10 players. But I don't think Japan's going to play like that at all. If anything, they're going to press us a lot, which could lead to trouble. But then it also means we could probably hit them on the counter. So I don't know. It's going to be a very interesting game. It is a very, very tough game. I mean, Japan is, for me, one of the dark horses for the 2026 World Cup. Not to like maybe win the whole thing, but to make a very deep run. They have a very good team. They've been improving like immensely over the last 15 years. And if you were to actually say, like, if there's a non-European, non-South American team to win the World Cup, like, who would be the first one? Japan's probably number 1 on the list. Like, that's how good they are. So it is going to be a very tough game, but I don't know. I just think history is going to repeat itself. I think Mexico just beating Japan, this football heritage at this point. So that's why I'm going to predict us to win. But it is going to be very tough. Very, very tough. And if we do win, it'll be very impressive because they are a good team.
Yeah, if we win, even if it's just by 1, I'll be very impressed. I'm not even going to lie. Now, moving on to the next game against South Korea. This one, I'm a bit more confident. But just like Japan and many other Asian teams, Mexico does own South Korea as well. I mean, we beat them in the 2018 World Cup. We beat them in a couple of friendlies in the 2010s that I remember. I mean, I think Alan Pulido scored a hat-trick against them one time. But in their roster, they still called up Heung-min Son, even though he transferred to LAFC. Kim and Jae from Bayern, and the one goalkeeper that made Mexico qualify to the round of 16 in the 2018 World Cup, Jo Hyun Woo. He might be starting. He's pretty good.
Did you see the guy from PSG? He's also there too, I think, right?
Lee Kang-in, yeah. So yeah, they do have a couple of players in Europe, but not as good as Japan, obviously. I'm gonna go a bit more confident here. I think we'll keep a clean sheet, and I'll go 2-0. Again, a bit low scoring, but we should get the job done against South Korea.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also gonna go with another 2-1 again. As boring as that sounds, I'm predicting us to win both games 2-1. And this one, I'll say Santi scores and then Cesar Montes scores from a set piece. I think that's going to be a very successful window, in my opinion. Again, because as good as Korea is, we historically, for some reason, are very, very good against Asian teams. Against especially the top 2 Asian teams, or I would even say top 3. We usually always beat Iran too. The last 3 times we played Korea, we beat them all 3 times. They haven't beat us in 20 years, since 2005, 2006, I believe. And we beat them in the 2018 World Cup. So I think we have a very good record against them. Again, I'm going to go with a 2-1. I think it will be easier than the Japan game. I agree with you there as well. And I think that game is where? I think in Nashville or something, somewhere random.
Yeah, somewhere random.
But it's going to depend a lot on our rotations because, like, he might completely change lineups both games. He might go with starters. I recommend El Vasco play the best players he can. I'm like, the reason we're getting these friendlies against top teams is to test out our starters, not to like give like I mean, yeah, we do want to rotate a bit as well, but like we need to see where we're at as a team, like heading into the World Cup. So like I think we have to play pretty much our best players in both games, in my opinion, with a few changes here and there.
Who, in your opinion, is your ones to watch player from the Mexico roster for these 2 friendlies?
What do you mean by ones to watch?
Who are you paying attention to the most out of the roster here?
For me, it has to be the right wingers. The right wingers, like. We saw it was a complete week. We keep saying this, by the way. We've been saying it for months. It's been a weakness since the Nations League. It was a weakness in the Gold Cup, and then Chino Huerta just got injured, so he's also out. I think the moment Piojo Alvarado is not good right now. He's not the best. So I think for me, my ones to watch player would be Lainez.
For me, I mean, we're getting so repetitive with this guy, and it's getting to a point where I'm starting to get annoyed. But it has to be Santi Jimenez, bro. Like, bro, just score. Just put the fries in the bag. Just score a tap in, something. Just once out of these 2 games. Like, you're going to start one of these games. I don't know which one. But just do something. Especially right now because AC Milan he's getting a bit criticized by his own fans. He needs like a boost of confidence. And I'll be definitely rooting for him to score because he definitely needs that right now. He has a lot of weight on his shoulders right now. Not just from Milan fans, even Mexico fans. So I need one, Santi, por favor. But those were our 2 predictions for Mexico's official start to the 2026 World Cup. Let us know in the comments your guys' predictions. We would like reading all your guys' comments. Make sure to drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe for the best Mexican footy content on the planet. Hit the post notice for the next episode. When these games are over, we'll be reacting to them. And yeah, catch you guys next video.
Peace.
次は解説です。彼らはおそらくメキシコ人であり、少しアクセントも感じますが、かなりネイティブに近いですね。話すスピードもかなり速いと思いますが、ボキャブラリーは難しいものもなく、イディオムのような表現も、目新しいものはほとんど使っていませんでしたので、今回は少し少ないですが、本日の解説をチェックしてみましょ
う。As cocky as that sounds?
コーキーは、誰かが自分の能力や立場に対して過剰な自信を持っていて、それを周囲に見せびらかすような態度をとっているときに使う単語です。似た単語に、コンフィデントがありますが、コーキーはネガティブな意味が含まれています。例えば、勝ってばかりの選手が他の選手を見下したような態度を取るときに、He's cocky。で、彼は調子に乗っていると言えます。ビジネスや日常会話で相手に対して使うと、失礼に感じられることもあるので注意が必要です。自信と傲慢さの境界線を学ぶ上で、重要な単語です。
As cocky as that sounds. As cocky as that sounds.
And it's getting to a point where I'm starting to get annoyed.
Get to a point where は、状況が徐々に変化していき、ある特定の段階や状態に到達することを表すフレーズです。ネガティブな文脈でも、ポジティブな文脈でも使えます。例えば、無視できない段階になったや、決断すべき時が来たといった場面でよく使われます。文法的には、Get to a point までは主説、where 以下がその内容を説明する従属説になります。会話、ビジネス、ニュース記事など幅広いジャンルで品質する表現です。トイックなどの試験よりも実用英語、ナチュラルな表現として覚えるのがおすすめです。
it's getting to a point where I'm starting to get annoyed. And it's getting to a point where I'm starting to get annoyed. Just put the fries in the bag.
Put the fries in the bag は、アメリカ英語で使われる比喩的なスラング表現です。直訳は、フライドポテトを袋に入れるですが、実際には、簡単な仕事をちゃんとこなせや、基本をミスるなという意味で使われます。スポーツや日常のやるべき行動に対して、それくらい当然だろ、という皮肉や励ましの意味合いがあります。英語圏の若者言葉として SNS や YouTube などでも見かけます。決めるべき時に、きっちり決めることを求める言葉として覚えておきましょ
う。Just put the fries in the bag. Just put the fries in the bag. And I'll be definitely rooting for him to score.
ルート4は、誰かや何かを応援する、支えるという意味のカジュアルな英語表現です。スポーツの試合での応援はもちろん、試験を受ける友達、夢を追う人などに対しても使えます。例えば、We are rooting for you といえば、応援してるよという心のこもった励ましの言葉になります。フォーマルでは、サポートも使えますが、ルート4はより日常的で感情のこもった表現です。英語圏の会話では非常によく使われるので、自然な応援フレーズとして覚えておきましょ
う。And I'll be definitely rooting for him to score. And I'll be definitely rooting for him to score. He has a lot of weight on his shoulders right now.
Have weight on one's shoulders は、精神的なプレッシャーや重責を背負っている状態を表す比喩的な英語表現です。実際に重いものが肩に乗っているわけではなく、心の中に重荷があるイメージです。例えば、大きなプロジェクトを任されたり、家族を支えていたりする人に対して使われます。また、リーダーや親のように他人のために頑張っている人にも使える表現です。感情のこもったナチュラルな英語を話したいときに役立つので、しっかり覚えておきましょう。
He has a lot of weight on his shoulders right now. He has a lot of weight on his shoulders right now.
いかがでしたか？過去の戦績からメキシコが勝てるだろうという楽観的な面も見えますが、スカットを見れば日本の方がかなり強く、客観的に見れば日本が勝ちそうだという風にも見えますね。韓国に関しても強敵であると話しつつも、日本よりは劣るとはっきりと話していますし、日本戦よりも韓国戦の方が自信があると話しています。個人的には本当に五分五分の戦いと思えるような、とても拮抗した対戦カードだと思いますので、ただただどれだけやれるのか、楽しみでしかありません。メキシコとアメリカにとっても、この親善試合がワールドカップへの準備のスタートであり、彼らにとっても重要な試合と位置づけていることから、YouTube でも取り上げている動画が多い気もしますので、できる限り多く、面白いものを扱いたいと思ってます。本日もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。またすぐにお会いしましょう。